So hey again, District 7. We're here at Fall Leadership 2014 in Truro, Nova Scotia with Peter Moorhouse. Peter's the President and CEO of the Better Business Bureau for Atlantic Canada. And beyond that, I mean, one of the things that he's really brought to the table today, in addition to his current role, are a number of the other organizations he's been with, including founding chairman with Fusion, Halifax, which is an organization that's founded and over 3,000 young professionals involved. And really, Peter today took the opportunity to end off Fall Leadership with us with a keynote presentation that really took a closer look at, I guess you could say, the generations of volunteers that are out there, focused in a little bit more on the millennial side of things, and great that he's here and has an opportunity to chat with us for a couple minutes this afternoon. So I guess based on that, Peter, you know, your experience both from Fusion and throughout your other organizations that you've been involved with, a lot of people often ask the question for the millennials that are coming up through that newest generation of volunteers, are they even interested in volunteering? And what would you say to that?
Well, what I would say to that is that, excuse me, the millennials that are coming, so this is a generation that was born between 82 and about 2000, is actually the most oriented to volunteerism, most oriented to service of the last three generations in a row. So Gen X and baby boomers before, not nearly as inclined to serve as millennials are.
Really? Mm-hmm. Why?
It really comes down to the cultural influences as the generations were growing up. So if you look at traditionalists, so this is the wartime generation, World War I, World War II, very top-down, loyalty to institution and organization. That was the last generation that was sort of the magic generation for organizations like KIN.
Right.
After that came the baby boomers, which just wanted to come in and change everything.
Yes.
Right. And then came Gen X, which, because we grew up in a world in which we saw all of the institutions breaking down, we're actually skeptical of institutions. We're distrustful of institutions. Millennials are the first generation in three to come along that are naturally, I wouldn't say that they gravitate naturally towards organizations, but they judge institutions on their own merit, and they are inclined to serve. They want to volunteer because they're globally aware, more so than the other two generations.
If I'm at home and I'm watching this, probably one of the things that I'm thinking in one of our clubs, for example, is to say, okay, well, if this millennial generation is so interested and eager to volunteer, why aren't any of them coming through my doors and staying with, you know, the Kinsman Club of St. John's, for example? So what do clubs need to do differently, or how do clubs need to think differently in order to better engage that group?
So I guess a couple of just really quick but important points. Engagement online is key. If you are not online, you don't exist to this generation. So, you know, your website needs to be updated with content. You need to have compelling stuff there for them to see. Social channels, Twitter and Facebook particularly. And most importantly, once you've got those channels in place, use them, engage through them. A communication platform is just a platform. It's a tool to communicate. Millennials get a bad rap. They get a bad rap for there's the term slacktivism, right? So all you need to do is retweet, all you need to do is like, and somebody is going to make a donation on your behalf.
$2 to this cause.
Exactly.
Right.
So they get a bad reputation that that's all they're willing to do, when in reality, if an organization like KIN or any other charitable organization, any charitable organization can recognize that as the first stage of engagement, re-engage, get involved in a conversation, drag them in, because they will commit to a cause. They're the same research that shows that they want to commit those small actions first also shows that they're willing to commit larger actions later if you engage them in the right way. Once you start to get them involved, so we talked a little bit today about first followers, right? And that video that you've known about as well. Instead of going out and trying to attract 25 or 50 followers, attract that first follower and lean on them and engage them properly to attract more. And that means minimizing as much as possible the barriers to entry. Just make it really, really easy to engage with your organization through the cause, because that is the other thing we know about millennials, is they're loyal more to a cause than an institution. Engage them in the cause, get them involved with their peers, get them sharing stuff, they will bring others in.
We talked, Peter reflected a little bit today because we had a chance to chat before he did his session, and of course with Fall Leadership in the last few years we've done our building community service projects, and the link to cause, you know, I just thought that was so profound of what you said, and how so it just tied together so well when you said that, you know, to that group, to say, it's not about coming out to the club meeting. It's less about the organization, but it's more about the cause. So being able to see and to experience that impact that you can have when you jump into one of those roles.
Yeah. Well, you were talking about the service projects that you were doing yesterday. You know, going out to a library and seeing firsthand the kids that are going to benefit from the work there. Going to a food bank and seeing firsthand an individual that is going to benefit from the work that's being done. That connection to the cause, rather than through the institution, is really what's going to be the hook for a millennial.
Awesome. Last question, because again, we appreciate your time. Why did you come here today? I mean, you know, you're very busy. Peter was saying how it's been a very, very busy week. But, you know, there's a lot of things you could have been doing here, certainly, you know, this weekend. And why take the time to come out and speak to a group like that?
Well, a couple of reasons. First of all, I love talking about this stuff. It's in my blood. I just really enjoy it. More importantly, though, so Quinn McCarthy,
Yes.
Good friend for a number of years, and when he approached me to invite me, and when I spoke to him, and when I heard through his voice the passion that he had for this organization, how much he gets personally from this organization, I knew it was going to be a great experience, and it was. This was such a great crowd today. Great questions afterwards, and it's been a lot of fun.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Again, Peter Moorhouse. We ended with a standing ovation here today, which was certainly a testament to the time that you shared with us today and the information you shared. We really appreciate it.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much, man. Thanks.